he's the first guy to smell something fishy. You know what I'm saying? So he's not like these other guys. You know what I'm saying? So me and him collaborated, and yeah, along with some help with him, we got it done and got a check. You know what I'm saying?
That's deep. Yeah. You know what's crazy? When I hear about what artists have to pay for after they get in advance, like you look into the things that they get charged for, like studio time, lunch, like coffee. Like they would have things on their itemized bill that they get charged for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I keep you in the red. You know what I'm saying? And then, they can play with that too. And the thing about it is, if you can't read that statement, I know people that run companies at these major companies, and they can't even read the statement.
So how much, because everybody says they say the record labels aren't really paying artists because there's no money in music.
Nah, there's money in music. I mean, maybe it's like not like 1999 or something. I think 1999 was supposed to be the best year profitable for the music industry or something like that. I mean, it went into streaming. It's just switched up now where money's pooled. Instead of you getting your individual mechanical, now it's pooled in the streaming pool. The more popular you are, the more you get market share of that pool, out of that money. It's a whole different game. And that will transform because it will go to streaming, it'll go to something else because now they're looking into just getting they get big money from like Facebook licensing deals and, they're still looking at different ways to make money, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna transition. Went from downloads to streaming to...
How hard was it to keep, like you said, when it started going to streaming and everything's becoming digital, how easy or hard is it to track that paper?
I mean, honestly, I think it's kind of hard because, it's software based because put this way, say if you're on a major label, I mean, it's like, you think Universal's reading the Spotify statements? They're just getting the Spotify statements, they're doing what they do to take their cut or whatever, and then they're passing it off to you. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the time to look at all of that. You know what I'm saying? So they're just passing it off. You got to figure it out.
Right. Now, I got to ask you this. AI, right? We seen Drake use Tupac's voice, Snoop Dogg's voice.
Yeah.
How does that work on the royalty? We just saw Kanye sample somebody else's lyrics and put his voice on the lyrics. How is that going to work?
I don't know, but I think eventually the record labels that own those masters are going to be doing licensing deals or some type of deals where the record company don't care. They'll license out the AI. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole other way to make money. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're at the stages of figuring it out now.
Right. What's the worst record contract you've seen?
The worst record contract I've seen a few.
Give us one there, and then run us through what they had.
Like, God damn.
I seen a Loud Records contract for somebody that was horrible. They got 4 points, and they had 4% of the pie, and they had to split it.
4%.
That's crazy.
That was bad. That was bad. That was real bad. I seen some other contracts from when I was like 18, 19, from some gangster guys that were signing, but they got major label deals and for some artists and stuff like that, where artists would get no publishing, just writer share and stuff like that. Those are pretty bad too.
What does a fair contract look like?
What, through a production company or through an artist? For an artist, I don't know. If an artist got 15 points, 14 points off their first deal, I wouldn't really complain. I mean, now if they're prominent and they did something independently on their own, they might get more because now there's leverage. But if this is like their first deal and they're making no noise and the label liked them and they got maybe like 14, 15 points or something like that, that would probably be pretty good.
So that Meg Thee Stallion contract was actually pretty decent then.
Who?
Meg Thee Stallion, her contract was like 20 25% or something?
Well, that was probably through a production deal. Though.
Yeah.
Okay,
so that's
the
not
production deal, the production company probably got those points.
good. Oh,
And then they gave her a piece of those points.
got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll split the points with you or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I work with a guy now, he had a production deal with a Warner affiliate, and he got 20 points. And the artist got, I think, 60 or 70% of those points. The artist might have 12, 13 points out of that or something like that. And the production company got 7 or something like that.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I got to ask you this, right? There was a rumor going around, like when Diddy got locked up, right? They were saying that he was offering people their publishing in order for them to sign an NDA. Was that, or was that not true?
Because
you got Locks the Publishing Bank, and I remember when they
in
went
collaboration with, I gotta shout the Styles P. I gotta shout him out because he's the first guy to smell something fishy. You know what I'm saying? So he's not like these other guys. You know what I'm saying? So me and him collaborated, and along with some help with him, we got it done and got a check. You know what I'm saying? I think Mace got his back also, from what I heard. But I've spoken to like Making the Band and a whole bunch of other groups. They didn't get nothing back.
He was crying.
they ain't get nothing back.
Man, did you hear that story about how Chopper said Farnsworth Bentley stole like a $60,000 Cuban?
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Man,
Wait, just real quick on the Puff. So, was Puff Daddy's contracts predatory, or was it just standard business?
Nah, honestly, I wasn't mad at his contracts like that. I mean, he was given points, and he was given a piece of the publishing. I mean, he took a piece of the publishing. I've seen worse, so I wouldn't be that mad at that. I would say this: back in that era, I think Rough Riders is doing something similar. You know, asking for publishing. I think Murder Inc., who was a competitor of Bad Boy, they were doing something similar, taking a piece of publishing, maybe 25%. I think he was taking Irv of his writers and producers, something like that. Well, maybe not Jaws, somewhere, but I don't know the contract between them. But I know most of his people he was doing that to. And the only company I know at that time that was competing with them that wasn't taking any publishing was Rocafella. So if you signed to Rocafella, everybody got their publishing.
Oh, that's fine.
From what I saw, yeah. But the other 3 companies I mentioned, they were asking for some publishing.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Stars, nigga. Move. Hey.